It's been a long road, but at last we come to the end of our unboxing journey. That's right, this is the last one, guys. Rise of Dagon. Let's open it up and find out what's inside. Okay, we have our rule book, and once again, as with Oracle's Betrayal, it has a bunch of new rules inside of it. Rules for things like the shadows of filth, and some other cool stuff. And then you've also got the storybook in the back, which once again, Roger Ho is the designer on this game, and he has done an incredible job of taking what could have just been run-of-the-mill, ordinary scenarios and making things that every time people are going to be like, wait, what? So big shout out to Roger, who might not like to hear that, but he's a very humble, unassuming guy, and very great guy. But big shout out to Roger for making something so dang cool. So we have here a bunch of cool tokens. Dang, look at those things. They're so colorful, so bright and colorful. Yeah, look at those. Those are Hydra tokens, and a big swirling vortex of doom. That's awesome. And Dagon tokens, Deep One tokens, book tokens. The books, these are going to be cool when you guys get to the books, but not to spoil anything there. Yeah, so some very cool tokens, some more tiles. And you know what? Let's get to the tiles first. Let's take a look at the tiles first. Let's see if we've got any that we just have to take a look at here. They're very cool, but let's see about the big guys here. Yeah, here we go. What's going on in this room? We don't know. It doesn't look good, especially when it's devoured. Something went terribly wrong. Shock, right? Okay, and here's the other one. This one starts off looking kind of sketch. Like you're not sure you want to go in there in the first place, but then you turn it over and there's this thing rising up out of the ground, all claws and teeth and stuff. If you don't know who that is, we're going to find out in just a second here. So we have some more colored bases for our investigators. These actually aren't for the investigators, I'm sorry. These are going to be for one of the minis we're going to see in a minute. We'll get into that a little bit deeper. And the story for Rise of Dagon, here's our investigators. We've got Meredith. She's the boss of the Lang Corporation, the people who started all this. Reagan, her daughter, looking a little bit crazy, but believe it or not, she's actually, she's kind of the hero. We've got Deep Ones. We've got Hydra. Shadow of Filth, 2 Dagon cards, and then a bunch of these infected investigator cards. What could they mean? I guess you'll have to play Rise of Dagon to find out. But what they mean is pretty awesome. In a really twisted sort of way, of course. I mean, it is deep madness. So we've got some more investigator card or item cards, including the weird statue and the Necronomicon, and just in case you needed one, a weird eyeball. So then we've also got some other cool stuff here. We have some more madness cards. More madness cards. And then we have more background story for Rise of Dagon. So I will spoil a little bit here because you'll figure it out as soon as you get into Rise of Dagon. Rise of Dagon is actually a book written back in the day by one Ward Phillips, who we haven't actually opened yet. So let's do that right now. By one Ward Phillips. I don't know if you could see that there, but he's got a bunch of tentacles rising out of his books. Pretty darn awesome. So Ward wrote this novel called Dagon Rising, and as you're venturing through Rise of Dagon, you're going to be finding little snippets from his book, and you're going to read little snippets. These are not an H.P. Lovecraft story. However, I tried my darndest to write an H.P. Lovecraft signature style, so you guys can all tell me if I succeeded or not. Yeah, so very cool stuff there. And then we've got a couple chapter cards, and then we've got these cards, which are for a new mechanic in Rise of Dagon, which once again, I don't want to spoil everything. I want you guys to find some of it out for yourself. So I won't go into it too in depth, but there's some very cool new mechanics in both Rise of Dagon and the Oracle's Betrayal that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Some good, some very, very bad. Okay, so we've got our standard cards, lots of standard cards, room cards, and then let's get into the fun ones here. So these all have this cool background, and then some of them are empty, some of them are not empty. And when you get one that's not empty, what do you think happens? And then we've got some good stuff. Look guys, good stuff in Deep Madness. Look, there's good stuff happening. Dealing 1 additional damage, focused restoration. Man, look at us being all nice to you guys. Don't ever tell us that we didn't give you anything nice, because this proves that we do. Okay, so let's get into the figures. Who are looking awesome. But I mean, that's not a huge surprise there. Here is Deep 1, Sculpt 1. Deep 1, slightly more advanced Deep 1, Sculpt 2. Here is Hydra in all her nasty glory. Yeah. And then we have, of course, well here, let's go into the investigators first. So here's Meredith, looking very commanding. Here's Reagan, looking pretty crazy. But I'm serious, guys, she's the hero. Okay, so the Shadows of Filth. That's these little guys right here. Aren't they cute? So each investigator gets one of these as you're playing through the game. And it is your own personal shadow of filth. No one else can see it, no one else can attack it. Only you can attack it, and its purpose is to go out and snuff your lights out and make life very unpleasant. So each one of you gets one of these. That's what those colored bases were for. So enjoy. Oh, another thing. Every time you kill them, they just come back. All right. And here it is. Here we have him. The Dark Deep Lord himself, Dagon. Which looks so awesome. So awesome. I mean, seriously, wow. Man. Well, that's it for some of this stuff, guys. I'm going to come back with a couple of other little tiny extras here in just a sec. But for the most part, this has been Deep Madness. Thanks for watching. I hope you've gotten a much better idea what you all will be getting shortly. And I hope you've had a good time. I know I have. Now I'm going to sign off for a couple minutes, and when I come back I'll show you a couple other little tiny things, and then I'm going to go play my game. See you later. Rise, Lord Dagon! Rise! Rise! Rise, Lord Dagon! Rise! Ah, no! Don't